Hello there, Golf Freak here, and by the title of the video you should be able to correctly, hopefully, assume that I'm building a PC. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you guys basically the inner mechanics. I'm not completely finished with it yet. I still have a lot of stuff to download onto the hard drives and such, and a couple more wires to plug in, which is always helpful. But, yeah, so let's take a look. Alright, so here is the sideless case. I'm using the Cooler Master 922 HAF case, which is an absolutely massive case. But I assume it means heavy airflow. That's what HAF stands for, I assume, because there's a fan right here. You can see it right there. Fan up here, fan over here, and there's room for a fan here and on one of the side panels. So, lots and lots of fans. And move down the parts list. I'm using the Cooler Master 800 watt Silent Pro Gold because silence is golden. And yeah, so that's going to provide this unit plenty of power and won't put too much stress on it, so it'll be a lot more efficient and more quiet compared to if I was using the maximum amount of wattage. Though I probably would have to. I think my rig will probably use about 600 watts. Which is a lot of electricity. Moving on, the motherboard I'm using is an ASrock Z68 Extreme 4 Gen 3. It's nice because it has PCI 3.0 support, which I can fully utilize now thanks to my other parts. For my video card, my absolutely bloody massive in comparison to my hand video card. I'm using the XFX Radeon 7970 Ghost technology. Give me a sec to get to the floor so you can see the pretty side of it. Dual fans right there for cooling, because this card will probably get very hot considering that it is actually factory overclocked. It can be overclocked further. I have no intention of doing so, but it is quite nice. Right here I've got 16 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RAM, which I might overclock. I'm not quite sure if I need to. Here I've got the Cooler Master aftermarket, or after stock, however they say it, CPU fan. The Hypo 212, I think it is. Which is really nice. And it's cooling off the Intel i5 3570K, which is the new Ivy Bridge, which utilizes which has 22 nanometer technology, I guess, compared to 32 for the Sandy Bridge, and also gives full PCI 3.0 or PCI Express 3.0 support, so I can fully utilize my graphics card, which is awesome. I accidentally picked the perfect time to buy stuff because all the new stuff was coming out. So on the back side we have the bracket for the CPU. Actually, we had to attach that on because the fan is massive compared to the fan that they give you. I mean, that's completely different because the fan's right here on the side. But hopefully they'll keep it cool, because I've heard that the new Ivy Bridge processors do tend to run a little bit hotter, but they do give more speed clock for clock. So 4.5, whatever they read it in, Sandy Bridge is slower than 4.5 Ivy Bridge, though you probably won't get 4.5 out of an Ivy Bridge at this point. I think the farthest anyone's... I think the record was actually like 6 for an Ivy... One of the Ivy... Like, I think the i7, they got it all the way up to 6, which is insane. I probably won't get mine beyond 3.8, which is probably the turbo. But anyway, I digress. So for storage, I've got a 120 gigabyte solid state drive and two 2 terabyte hard drives because they were pretty cheap. Good price that I got it for compared to the rest of the rig. I mean, making back. So I got plenty of storage. I can store my games on the SSD card and have really fast loading and stuff because they're basically like a big old RAM. So yeah, that's my build so far, and I'm probably going to show you guys the finished product right after this crappy edit, probably. Alright guys, so this is version 2 of my recording setup. I actually had a different setup before this, and it was a little bit too complicated because I'll tell you why in a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to show you how I'm recording my games now. So, we have the PC, and in the back, I have a HDMI cable and a DVI adapter to HDMI cable. I have two outputs coming out of my video card, and that is to be able to record. So what I've got first is the HDMI cable goes directly to my screen, which is not in focus. There we go. So it goes directly to my screen. And the reason why I have a second one is because that HDMI cable runs back here and comes to here, which is an HDMI to component. And that converts it to a component cable, which can be read by my HPOG. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I can record my PC on my Mac. So it's really sweet this way because I can have no strain on my PC for recording. No really large file sizes. It does require some processing. A 30-minute video takes probably about 2 hours to export. So that's not amazing, whereas if it was straight off my Mac, because I'm using ScreenFlow to record it, if it was straight off that, it would take probably about 45 minutes to 1 hour otherwise. So it's about twice as long of an export time, but you know, there's no problem there. So also I've got running out of the back here, you probably can't see it, but it's this cable right here. It's a digital audio, and that comes to my earphones DSS from the Turtle Beaches, which I then have coming to a video splitter. And the reason why I did this is because I was not recording my computer audio with the video. I was recording it separately, along with my commentary separately. So I had a bunch of stuff to sync up. So for the first, well, I don't know, a few episodes, I have to sync the audio manually. So it might be a little bit off, and I apologize. But I found a solution because I have a 3.5 jack to RCA audio cables, which I have running to the back of my HPOG. So I am recording my audio with my video now, and we'll have one less thing to sync up, so that's a less problem. That's why I'm doing this video, which is going to replace the one I was going to put up previously. So yeah, 1 second. Okay, so another note is that I'm having to set up the games that I'm playing in certain ways. Some games I have actually work full screen, others don't. Some require to be put in Windows mode, so I'm trying to find a good blend for that, because those games change the resolution, and the HPOG cannot record some of those resolutions. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys how the settings to record, because the HPOG can only record in 720p and 1080i. So I'm going to go over here. So I'm in the screensaver. So you're going to have two monitors, you're going to have them on multiple monitors, and you want to go to advanced settings, and you're going to want to go to list all modes, and you're going to want to scroll all the way down. So I get down here, which is 1920 by 1080, and it's at 30 Hertz, which is fine. 30 or 29, either one will work, and they're both interlaced, so it's 1080i. So that is what you want to do, and that is the highest setting that the HPOG can record in, including besides the P, the highest setting that my TV can do. So you're going to be seeing some very high quality videos now. So, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off here. So, thank you very much for watching, and God bless.